Got my last lift on my slab. I haven't rolled it yet because I've been trying to do some other stuff. I need to roll it. You can tell where Dad's backed in here. I haven't filmed a ton of this the last 2 days because I don't know, it's like more of the same. Basically, I was just filling that in and rolling it in and then, you know, compacting it and starting to try to cut down the parking lot. I figure you guys are going to want to watch the same thing over and over again. But the best part is I've been like trying to reason with the superintendent and their engineer for like 2 straight days. This building and everything is way too low. Like basically where the grade, which my slab is not real level, that'll be the top of the footings. Then they're gonna have, from what I can tell, like 8 inches like on the concrete floor, which it may be like 4 inches of rock and 4 inches of concrete, but you know, whatever. The floor is supposed to be 8 inches higher than that. And that stake right there, I have to go down and make it 2200ths or whatever, so not quite an inch or quarter an inch. I'm still learning the tense rod too. That's why I haven't done too many videos talking about that, because I'm still trying to kind of figure that out, which I call skid steer Drew quite a bit. It's not complicated. I mean, like I said, it's making more and more sense to me, but I just don't think I ever read them right. Like I said, I've always just done like inches whenever I was landscaping and stuff, but I am learning with the tense rod and stuff like that. So I've had some people tell me, oh, just keep your mouth shut and it'll be a change order and you can make more. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but with going on vacation in a week and they're like really pushing to get the footings dug and all this other stuff to stay on schedule, I'm like, if we're gonna build this thing up, we need to do it now, not do it and then you guys find out next week, oh, we should probably raise the building up. And then I don't have time to get the pad built up, and then all of a sudden you're waiting an extra week for me. So it doesn't make any sense. I'm wasting a lot of time and diesel and everything else. I don't know, the whole thing doesn't make any sense. But yeah, they said they got back with me today, and that's what we're doing. So I'm fine with it. I'll cut out and do whatever you want. It's not my building, but I just felt if we were on somewhat of a time crunch that an executive decision needed to be made. So yeah, I was just trying to kind of be helpful, I guess. Not waste time, you know, moving stuff and cutting stuff down, just have to haul it back in. But now to this point, it's like, to me, it's just almost comical. I want to see how this is going to look. And maybe they'll do something that I am unaware of and it'll all work out, but like I said, I haven't done a ton of commercial stuff, but from my experience and what I'm seeing, something doesn't add up. This is one of those times the old swing boom comes in handy on the 2150. I got like 60 loads of this stuff over here to my left. And Dad's been hauling all morning. I have called almost every dump truck company in town I know of to see if we can just get, you know, another truck. I've even called 2 people to come and see about running mine, but I haven't heard back from them. So I mean, I know everyone's busy. It's supposed to storm and rain again tonight, part of tomorrow. But that's part of cutting that whole parking lot down even more. I gotta haul all that out to bring that into the parking lot up. I just wanted them to make for sure that we weren't gonna raise it up, because that way we're not gonna haul it out today and have to turn back around and haul it in tomorrow. So now what I've decided is Dad's just gonna run his truck. We found a guy that's gonna take all this stuff. It's not too terribly far down the road. We should be able to easily get 2 loads in an hour. he's gonna run and I'm gonna stay here, me cutting the parking lot down and rolling the slab and doing all that. I'm actually thinking here after lunch to go and pick up my son, because he's out for summer break, and stick him on the roller and just let him roll the pad in. I got a compaction test there, I think 4 o'clock today they'll be here, which it's good and dry today, so there shouldn't be any problem with it. I need to roll it some more, so it seemed like a real good job for a 14-year-old boy. Trying to get him into the Earthworks stuff. I don't care if he ever wants to actually do this, or if he, work with me, or if he wants to do something else, but I am going to have him start working with me some, and maybe even through high school, just to try to help teach him a work ethic is my whole deal. And that way he can use that no matter what he wants to go do or work for. But I do want him to learn a good work ethic and the importance of what it takes to make $1 and stuff, especially these days. Well, here is the site. I don't know, I'd say 95% kind of all cut down, and the pad's done. The parking lot's pretty much done. I got to do a little tweaking to the drive-through here. I haven't got the prints on that, but some of that's going to change in that slope over there. But I got it cut down where we can get 6-8 inches of rock over the entire parking lot. Like I said, the pad's ready. I think they're going to be here Monday or Tuesday for footings, which I'll have to be around to help with that, because I think the concrete guy is going to dig it, but I'm going to have to do something with the spoils. I may end up adding them there to kind of fill that in a little more. And then I believe we need to put 6 to 12 inches of either clean rock or base rock in the bottom of the footings for them. They're going to be 3.5 feet deep and 3 feet wide, so there's some huge footings for this building. And then they'll put all their rebar and such in there. But then yeah, like I said, everything else we got, I think we hauled off a little over, I think as of right now we've hauled off like 253 loads. So our original thought of cutting 18 inches off of the top was a little off. We ended up cutting like 4 feet out there based off their prints. But that was kind of the bad part about it, is they had me price it and bid it, but they didn't have all these measurements, so they're just like, oh, just go with 18 inches off the top. And so I got a little bit of a change order on that, since we hauled off a lot more. It was going to be around 80 to 100 loads, and like I said, we're like 150 over. But yeah, that's just part of it, so they were fine with that. They are going to let us just use these milling screening things. I think it's more millings with a little bit of gravel and stuff, because that's what I found out. They cut that road down years ago and ground it off and milled it up or whatever, and they let them dump it here. So because the trucks, as you could tell, was not sinking at all on this stuff, so we should be able to just come in and put our base rock on top of here, and then they'll set their curbs and such. But yeah, it's been quite the project. We moved a lot of dirt in a short amount of time. I think I've only been here maybe a week and a half. We lost a couple days of rain, so I moved the majority of the dirt and Dad hauled the majority of the dirt. We had Lonnie and then Bobby helping a little bit here and there, but most of it was just me and him. So, but it looks a whole lot different and cleaned up. Like I said, that's the stuff I'm kind of keeping as our backfill material that's not as bad to put behind the curbs. And that was about the only out of spot place I could think to put it at. So that's how she looks right now. So we will get back on here on Monday and see what we can get started on.